Welcome, everybody, to the Get Bit Podcast, the podcast for blurs, for nerds. If you have a fandom, you are most certainly welcome here. We are your hosts of the most, myself, Spartan, Tafari TV, Show Guy Joe. Fellas, it is Labor Day weekend. How we feeling?
Hey, if you're at Dragon Con, drink water, because I have seen only alcohol in the last, 24 hours.
Man, if that is not, folks is dropping like flies. Of all places. But yes, if you are at Dragon Con, you lucky ducks, please hydrate. I told y'all False Fall was not going to last very long. We got back to Summer 2.0 because unfortunately summer is not done with us yet. But Joe, what about you?
Ready to work all through the weekend, as always, because my job doesn't care if it's a national holiday.
For all those that don't know, Joe is a healthcare professional. And we thank him for
time and a half on Monday.
We appreciate. Okay, I was going to say they're not giving y'all, as long as they haven't taken that away.
Right.
Hazard pay, overtime pay, night pay, and time and a half. Well deserved. We appreciate y'all on Christmases and New Year's.
Weekend shift.
That too.
But we still thank you for your service.
Shout out to all the nursing majors who get volunteered for lonely duty on New Year's and Christmases.
Right. Especially those working in the ERs during Labor Day weekend, because Lord knows y'all get the crazy people. But we still appreciate y'all the same. As you can tell, guys, we are a bit of level upside. We do try to watch language on the show, but words do fly. At the same time, we do show video game trailers and movie trailers that might be too intense for young adults, so viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. So we might as well go ahead and get into it. We do got a couple bit of news before we get into the Tokyo Game Show lineup. The first one is basically Digimon Storytime Stranger. Joe, do you want to give some background on this before we play the trailer, or just let it play?
So this is a new Digimon game from the Digimon Story franchise. So we had Digimon Story, Hacker's Memory. Now we got Time Stranger. The difference with this one is they gave it a budget.
As we chuckle, if you've ever watched Digimon, you'll understand why we're trying not to laugh hard. But anyway, Digimon Story.
The Digimon I've been seeing has been on par with everything else. Go watch the new Adventure reboot. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. I'm trying not to laugh. Anyway, here's the trailer.
The Titans have of late begun making incursions into every corner of our digital world, Iliad. Once peace has been restored to this digital world and the people of Iliad, I should be able to open the gate. If you wish to open the gate, you must aid in the efforts of the Great Guardian, your Aegyoman.
I'd be sticking with him no matter what. After all, that's what we promised back on that starry night in Shinjuku.
You were the one who found me in the underground below Shinjuku. That wasn't a coincidence.
We've come someplace very far away. A different world and a different time, too.
I'll always keep protecting you and watching over you. Like the stars in the night sky.
I am aware that there are others like yourselves who are capable of coexisting with Digimon.
I realize that life has done nothing but take. And you know who's behind all of it? Digimon.
It's dangerous. Too dangerous. That is a domain we cannot easily tread upon. Inori Misono and Aegyoman, the most plausible source of the anomaly. From this moment forward, they're to be recognized as Class A anomalies. Go at once and eliminate Aegyoman, along with Inori Misono.
The natural laws of the world have already begun to break down. Seek comrades willing to face destiny beside you. The time of the world's end draws near. When all the clock's lamps are lit, the truth shall be revealed. A story about the natural laws of the world is about to begin.
Oh no.
What is that a certain?
Why is that? Why do you say oh no for, Joe?
This is gonna get its shit pushed in because this is coming out the same day as Ghost of Yote.
Oh,
I feel like if you got niche enough
wait.
I feel like
Is
if
it
you got.
October? I'm sorry, Spark. Go ahead.
I feel like if you got Digimon fans looking for Digimon stuff, they'll still pick it up.
I just not thought about. Joe did bring up a good point because Ghost of Yote is October 2nd, and
Hey, Sonic. What did I get? Sonic X Shadow dropped the same day as Black Ops 6, and Sonic Frontiers came out the same day as God of War Ragnarok. They both did just fine. I think Digimon
Ragnarok sucks, and Sonic has better legs to stand on.
Not before that first movie. Like all we had was a movie and 10 years of bad games. We were very much going into Frontiers with the Women of Prayer. And Ragnarok, you didn't like Ragnarok?
You didn't like Ragnarok?
There's a reason why some of us call it God of War Ragnarok, because it sucks.
This is news to me.
This should have been on that anime hot take with Trapped in Anime because
unlimited godly power, able to slay pantheons at any given moment. Can't leap over a 6-inch piece of driftwood.
You're not wrong, but that is the first time I've ever heard anybody say that they did not like Ragnarok.
It just wasn't a good as story. Well, there were elements, but the first one was better. Anyways, back to this. This you can clearly see they put time, effort, and budget into this.
Oh no, it is. Oh, don't get me wrong, it looks great, and it is available. Will be available on PS5, Xbox Series XX, and Steam. I'm just a little concerned because, like Joe pointed out, that's a day after Ghost of Yotai comes out, and I'm not saying that people will not play it. Because again, Ghost of Yotai is one of those ones that is more that it's going to be one of the more expected releases. I'm just saying, you could at least give it a week, at least go a week after. That's all I'm saying. But
I think hardcore Digimon fans will show up as well as what I'm guessing is RPG fans. Maybe somebody just looking for something a little different because it's also giving. Because I'm not sure what like the layout is between story and combat. It's kind of looking like Pokemon Legends-esque, Coliseum-esque as far as like how it flows. So I think Digimon, it might be slow to start, but I think word of mouth will get out there and this will pick itself back up.
It's traditional turn base.
Okay, yeah, that's what it seemed like, especially coming off of the heels of Expedition 33. I think it'll do fine.
Yeah. I mean, it will. But Expedition 33 was a surprise. But we'll have news on that because I got questions on how the game developers behind there and what they say. But we'll get to that. But yeah, so far, I mean, like I said, should look great. We'll come find out October 3rd. Again, another Fortnite collaboration. The only thing I got to say about this trailer is that Feel Good Inc. was right there. If you know what I'm talking about Gorillas, as they are the next ones to join the Fortnite wagon. And here's their official trailer.
Feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless. Not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future.
So that is the next collab for Fortnite. As you can see, Gorillas will be appearing there, giving a concert. As they see, will probably be skins and things of that nature. Don't get me wrong, love Gorillas. The only gripe I have about this commercial, Feel Good Inc. was right there. There's nothing wrong with Clint Eastwood. It's a great song, but Feel Good Inc. would have done so much better as an advertisement for Fortnite. But that's my only gripe.
I think you could have used Clint Eastwood, but you could have had more of a gunshot montage of them, or like them using the weapons with like a slow-mo walk.
Yeah.
Because to have like such a calm and grim song but with such of those like grim lyrics that it has, I think that would have been a better use of it. But I'm also I kind of like that they got the original band. I'm surprised they couldn't get the Powerpuff Girls guy in here, but maybe he'll be a skin later on.
Oh, it's Fortnite, so just give it time. But Joe, what do you think about the latest Fortnite collab?
I mean, I don't play Fortnite, but I do love gorillas. Me personally, I would have used Stylo or
Also
the
would
NES
work.
Labyrinth remix of Stylo, honestly.
Also would work.
Or 2000. Probably Dare.
Still would have worked. I'm just saying. Like I said, I kind of find myself playing Fortnite every now and then. I will, I'm good on not buying skins. I'm not falling for that trap. But I'm just saying, Feel Good Inc. was right there, along with a whole list of other songs. But that will become available very soon. So I'm pretty sure if you're like me and you have a child that plays Fortnite, they will probably be in Gorilla skins. But nothing wrong with that, especially for the concerts. Because last time I checked, every concert in Fortnite was awesome.
Yeah.
So I can't say, say what you want about Fortnite. They got a winning business model. But speaking of things that are coming along the pipe for Netflix, outside of giving One Piece 12 episodes coming up, which means they are Netflix starting to loosen their wallet a little bit, which I'm surprised. We actually got a teaser for the next season of Devil May Cry. And if you guessed it already from watching the last season, from the first season, you're going to notice something. And if you haven't watched the first season, you're about to be spoiled. So here we go.
You said I was too dangerous for the world.
I'm here to help you.
What's the catch?
This is about your twin brother. We found him.
You learned how to make an entrance. That's new. I hoped it would be you, little brother.
And that was the teaser for Devil May Cry Season 2, which will be coming out next year on Netflix. And we actually got to see Dante's brother Virgil. I want to say starting since Devil May Cry 4. I guess that kind of look. 4 or 3. Was it 3 or 4, Joe? You muted.
We first got to know him in 3.
Okay. So yeah. So from 3, it's kind of been from there. It looks like they are taking elements from every Virgil interaction. So I'm not against it. Also, we did get to see Dante hold Ebony and Ivory, so that is also going to be interesting to finally see the iconic guns that he's had since the first iteration of Devil May Cry.
I wonder how much of a time skip this is, because Dante's hair is longer. And he looks a little bit older.
Long hair, and he looks depressed.
I'm going to say it has to be a while. Because when we first saw him in the first season, he was, I'm not going to say younger, but it was more like a year 1 Dante, if it makes sense. Like, not exactly polished Devil Hunter. And
he kind of looks like Dante from Devil May Cry 2.
Yeah.
Which is bad, because that was the worst Devil May Cry of the 5 of them.
That is also true.
Hey, look, as long as homegirl back there isn't as much of a pain in the ass, I'm okay with it.
You need to treadmill your way through Devil May Cry 3.
That's the one everybody keeps recommending. I'm like, I just don't know anything. I'm just like, if y'all were just gonna kill off her friends anyway, you could have did that way sooner.
Those aren't even things in the game.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, you can. I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, you can skip 2. You can skip 2 and be completely okay because it has no basis on the story.
3, 1, 4, 5. No, it goes 3, 1, 4, 2, 5.
Okay.
The
just skip 2. Just go 3, 1, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're not characters, they seem like they at least had something to add to the show. And then once it felt like, okay, they have stories to tell, it's like Psych. And then we get her story, and it's like, oh, they all had legit reasons. You did this to yourself, or your family did. Your dad did this. He had one little fight, and then he got scared and said, "I'm gonna stick this demon DNA in here." Like, it's what
Lady is her story is beyond messed up. Say what?
She's much different personality-wise in the game.
Yeah. I mean, even the short-lived Devil May Cry, she was still different. I mean, I still say watch that one too, but yeah, she's different. But we'll see what comes out next year with Netflix. Like I said, with One Piece, with Devil May Cry, and I think there's like 3 other things. It almost makes you forget that we're actually going to get Stranger Things, and before they go college years this year as well. So let us know what you think of Devil May Cry Season 2. I'm pretty sure we'll get more information as we get into 2026. But I have to give Joe credit for the next one on this one, because Nintendo, we have asked as fans, we want another Star Fox game. Don't get me wrong, Star Fox 64 was cool. Star Fox Adventures was it was something.
Adventures was just a reskin of another game that they yanked off, and that's the crazy part I'm realizing about the GameCube is how many games were supposed to be N64 titles, and then they just like, all right, upgrade the polygons and throw another title. They made up for it with Assault. Assault, I still need to get a copy of, but Assault, from what I can see, is a very good game because they actually do a good mix of air combat, ground combat, gun combat, and then it's like a virus that's like infecting everyone. And then the final boss, you and Starwolf having to team up, was also pretty dope. And then after that, it's like, all right, we're just gonna rehash 64 one time per console.
Pretty much. But like we said, we want another Star Fox. We would love another Star Fox game, especially since though you have more. You have the Wii, you have the Switch 2. You have upgraded technology, but somebody has decided.
Did we get a Star Fox game for the Wii? I think we skipped a whole console generation.
Yeah, we didn't get a Star Fox game for the Switch. I don't even think we got one for the Wii. If I'm right,
I think we got GameCube. Nothing. No, we got GameCube. That DS game that nobody played. And then I think a Wii U title. Yeah, Star Fox Zero.
Command.
Yeah. Star Fox Command. Yeah.
Command was great for what it gave us with the lore for like each individual ending. Nobody wants to play top-down Star Fox though.
Pretty much, and that's why again, Nintendo put it upon themselves to sit there and say, "We'll give y'all a game when y'all want to." This developer out here said, "We'll do it." And it's called Wild Blue. And the reason why I'm going to be muting myself while playing this, because this is as close as you can get to Star Fox without involving the 3-headed dragon Nintendo lawyers.
Coming up on the islands.
Uh-oh, we've got company! Thanks, Molly. I thought I was done for.
It's only on Steam?
Yeah, it's only on Steam.
This isn't even We Got Star Fox at Home. This is Eddie Murphy's mom telling him, "I'll make you a burger better than McDonald's." Better than McDonald's?
Right.
Yet somehow they're still going to fight Kronos at the very end of this.
Something similar to that. Hey, lady, we just got through watching. It's called Wild Blue, and as Joe has already said quite eloquently, it's not quite Star Fox. This is as close to what you can get to Star Fox without getting sued by Nintendo.
I think they're still going to try, because if they can go after Power World just for the mechanic of monster goes in ball-shaped item, that aiming reticle that they have, along with the lock-on, that is going to be a peak thing for them in court.
I believe so, but I still wish listed. I still want to play it. I would say this: whoever with Chuhai Labs, you guys must have watched SWAT Cats, because there is definitely some influence on the design of those planes. That's all I'm saying. There is definitely an influence.
No,
I will argue that there's an influence on how those planes are designed. But again,
nothing like an F-16.
It doesn't have to be exactly like an X.
Is that what the R-Wings are based off of?
No.
R-Wing. You know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure what the R-Wings are based off of. Joe, do you know?
Polygons.
I want to. Well played. Well played, sir. Well played. Crap. Lost my way of thinking. But anyway, that was Wild Blue. Again, wishlist on Steam if you want to do it. I'm definitely playing it. Fellas, that's probably as close to a Star Fox game as we're going to get, but I know it's on Steam. I know for a lot of people, they're either going to be playing on PC or handhelds. I'm definitely down for it, but what say you guys?
I'll definitely give it a shot, especially because my copy of Assault's in Japanese, and I can't understand any of it, so I could use a new freeform style type shooter.
Cool. Joe, I know me and you are on the same page with this, but anything else you want to add to it?
My computer's a potato and can't run anything past 2007.
So you're still somehow running Windows. You're still running Windows 2000 or 11 or 10?
I'm running Windows 10, but that's about it. That's the max this thing can do. I can't play any game on high quality outside of original StarCraft 2.
But if you got the chance to play it, you would.
The planes need to turn into robots or tanks first.
So that
I would not be shocked if there's a not landmaster in aquatic form in there somewhere.
I was just about to say that. There may be they may not call it a landmaster, they might call it something else, but I agree with the far
Master Lander.
There is probably going to be something in there, so I wouldn't be surprised about that. But
they got McDonald's. We got McDowell's.
But it is so clean, though. It's not messy. I just like
we put our toppings on the bottom.
Do it instead of do a barrel roll. Do an S loop.
Do a full rotation.
I was gonna say full roll. I was gonna say barrel roll.
Full rotation.
God. Anyway, definitely check out Wild Blue because we're definitely gonna do that when it comes out. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. I made this a point because Ivalice. I don't keep on saying Ivalice, but that being said, I have never played Final Fantasy Tactics. I kind of want to make it a point this year to actually give it a shot. But
we also now know this confirms that Final Fantasy Superstar and Final Fantasy Antologist Ben Starr is in this game.
So yeah, one more time you trailed off.
No, my sentences never trail off, ever. What's wrong with you? Why would you do this?
I didn't hear the last part. That's why I was like, what did you say?
I said Ben Starr, notable voice actor, Final Fantasy VIII fanatic, and Square Enix Final Fantasy Antologist is in this game.
Okay. That's what I was like, when you said it, it almost sounded like you were just kind of fading off. Like, did I miss something?
If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's the voice of Clive in 16. He's literally your main character.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Remember, he's the guy whose shirt always like magically opens the more we cut back to him every single time.
Makes sense. Okay, but for all those that haven't seen it, here's a trailer.
My turn.
You asked for this.
Back in your place.
Here he is.
This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once.
Time to prove myself.
How about you?
Leave that to me.
An ambush. This day grows lovelier by the hour.
Nothing can stop me. Let's finish him. Over!
On my honor. A good choice. This will suffice.
Feel my wrath!
Embrace the inevitable end! Judgment Blade!
Bring sinners to account! Fight water!
All right. And that was the trailer for Final Fantasy Tactics. As you can see, will be available not too long from now, September 30th.
It's also coming out the same week as Ghost of Yotei and Digimon.
It's going to be a rough week.
Hey, look, and then Square Enix will drop the next Final Fantasy game and be like, everything flopped. And it's like, maybe if y'all stop sabotaging the shit you release between the big titles, which we've been telling you for like the last 18 small titles you canceled.
Pretty much.
Now, I'll say this now. If any of the three are going to be the big dominant one, it may be this one.
Over Ghost of Yotei?
You have no idea how many Final Fantasy Tactics fostered a generation.
No, I'm not disregarding. I'm not downplaying that. I'm just saying that, that's just gonna be a rough week for all games compared to going up against that. But what do you say?
Did he say Firaga?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Firaga.
I thought it was Firaga, but the way he just said, he said like Firaja or something. He said
South Evil East. We don't bring that up.
Okay, I was going to say, has my whole life been a lie since 2001?
We are not getting into the GIF of Fire Spell.
They never verbally say like the third level command, so I'm like, maybe has everything from 2001 and on been a lie?
If you say GIF, you're wrong because it stands for Graphic User Interface.
I'm not opening up that can of worms. This is going to be available on Switch 2, of course, Switch 2, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Steam. So definitely check it out because I know I will be. Because like I said, I never gave Final Fantasy Tactics a chance. This is probably going to be the first game I actually do that on. So definitely going to be interesting from there. But what's also interesting is Mech Warrior with the next DLC, Shadow of Kerensky. Which Joe is usually our resident Mech Warrior person. Anything you want to add to this DLC before we play it, sir?
The inner sphere is fucked.
I wasn't ready for that. Oh, God. Here's the trailer.
Commander! We are still drawing fire from our mystery hostiles.
What's the sit rep?
Whatever happened here is happening all across the Corwood systems. All have been hit by these mystery raiders.
This is the start of a full-scale invasion.
Please, help us!
We were able to hold the line and beat back a wave of hostiles calling themselves Clan Wolf.
So they can be beat. Get to Rasselhag.
Not all valuable intel was wiped out.
Where do I fit in all this? Why rescue me?
Because you have something that might help us uncover who these clans really are and what they want. You Rebirths did it without our best warriors there to defend it.
That was your mistake.
You could have killed someone.
3, 2, 1, launch!
Look at the bright side, kid. We play our cards right. We get to keep all the money.
All right, so that was the trailer for MechWarrior 5 Mercenary Shadow of Kerensky, which will be September 3rd, available on Epic Games, Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. So, Joe, for all those that don't know about the story so far, what's actually going on with this DLC?
The year is 3050, or as we like to call it, 19 Dickety, as the Kaiser took the word 20 back in the day. If you don't understand that Simpsons reference, we can't be friends. It's not my fault. I had an onion strapped to my belt, as was the fashion at the time. Anyways, in all seriousness, so the year really is 3050. We are at the very ending of the main game in MechWarrior 5 things, which is where also clans is starting to take place. This is the invasion of the clans into the inner sphere, the first invasion. So the clans are genetically bred, eugenically and genetically bred super soldiers that have mechs that hit harder, go faster, last longer, hit for a longer range, and has twice the cooling of standard mechs, meaning the inner sphere, like I said, is unbelievably screwed at first. So we are fighting against one of the main clans, Clan Wolf.
Okay.
Also, I think they said they're going up against Rosselhaig, so I don't remember if that is... Also, I don't know if we're going against the other clans, because this is the first launch, so that means it's Jade Falcon, Smoke Jaguar, Clan Wolf, and Clan Ghost Bear.
Okay.
It looks like we're just dealing with Clan Wolf, which is fine. They're kind of the good guys on the side of the clan, meaning they will at least give everybody a fair chance rather than just getting steamrolled like Smoke Jaguar just does.
Okay.
We also know that Clan Ghost Bear doesn't do well in the initial thing just due to logistics, and Clan Jade Falcon, well, they're Saturday morning cartoon villains at best. Which they were a Saturday morning cartoon villain for the BattleTech animated series. I will be streaming this because this is coming out next Wednesday, so look for a stream on my channel.
Okay.
MechWarrior, so naturally that's going to get streamed. They are using the engine, cinematic engine from Clans to do this because MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries doesn't usually have cinematics. So I did notice that. But other than that, I mean, like I said, the Inner Sphere is screwed for about good 5-6 years till the Battle of Takiad.
Gotcha. Well, I mean,
so when MechWarrior does do these DLCs, they give you guys like, how many DLCs is this for MechWarrior so far?
So for MechWarrior 5 Mercenary, this is DLC 5.
Okay, so they give y'all like full scale campaigns at least, like enough. Yeah. Like what they got 12 missions in it at least. So at least you guys get something. You get like you're getting your money's worth.
So this is going to go from the initial fight of the clan until the Ilkhan, which is the main president of all the clans, is killed in a space battle, probably. Okay. Which causes the clans to retreat for a year and then come back after a new Ilkhan is elected, which is Clan Wolf. So,
okay.
Well, it does look pretty fun though. I gotta admit, it's a backlog game. I have MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I'm ashamed to say I have yet to start it, but I plan to. I have a lot of games I need to plan to start, but life be life.
I'm hoping this means they're starting to work on the DLC for either the Jade Falcon or the Clan Wolf DLC for clans, because those are the only two we don't have. Kakar's right. They give us like full campaigns, more mechs, more ways to trick out the mechs. Like they do a lot of good stuff for DLC.
Nice. Well, we will definitely keep up with that. But speaking of things that we're keeping up with, Tokyo Game Show. That is actually coming up near the end of September 25th to 28th. For all those that don't know, this is a very popular game show that does happen in Japan. And like other video game presentations, we are all watching it to see exactly what may come out, what surprise news, things of that nature, trailers. Let's be honest, we're always craving something new. That being said, other companies have already announced their some of them have already announced their games that they will be showing at the Tokyo Game Show already. Sony has came forward and said, you know what? We are going to show Ghost of Yotai and Marvel Tarkton Fighting Souls, which will be both available at their main booth. But right now, that is the only two games that we know from Sony that they will be talking about. And let's kind of be honest, if you have Ghost of Yotai, which again, as we've said before, comes out October 2nd this year. Other games are either before it or after it that are coming out. Marvel Tokton, which again, if you were at Evo this year, you lucky ducks got to play it first. As part of a beta, as part of a beta, which again was a great idea because you had a lot of streamers and influencers play it. At the same time, you got a lot of data back from a beta. But fellas, we only know that this is the only two games that Sony is saying that they're going to announce. This does not mean that there won't be more games out there, but just spitballing this. Do you think Sony's holding something special for Tokyo Game Show outside of these two games, or are they just putting all their heart and soul into these two games?
I don't know. It seems like everyone's pinching pennies lately, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is all. They're just like, hey, moving forward, we're just gonna tell you up front what we're putting money into. But other than that, we are we're just staying focused on what we got. Or who knows? Surprise! Bloodborne remaster coming through.
Oh, they would if they did.
How do you hurt people's feelings like that, you monster?
Hey,
now they gonna come back with a Kingdom Hearts joke.
No, hey, that was the Hollow Knight fans who were just like, they sprung up like the Huns in Mulan after the earthquake. Like, oh my god! Like I knew of the game. I didn't know people were waiting and wait like for Silk Song like that. And then they just started calling out every fandom like, Bloodborne fans, Kingdom Hearts fans. We were like you guys. I'm like, I just found out y'all were here. Like, what happened?
Well, I will say this for waiting for Silk Song because we didn't think that was ever coming out. I am not gonna lie.
I just didn't. Did they announce it like a long time ago? And this is the first we're getting like a trailer and it. Okay, because I'm like I didn't know the first Hollow Knight was hyped like that. I knew it was good. I didn't know it was like good.
I'll put it this way: Silk Song got announced back in 2023. It wasn't until this year we actually got a trailer and a release date.
Okay.
So that's why they're just like, that's why everybody's just like, you know, when it got announced 2 years ago, it's like, okay, cool. 2024 passed, nothing. 2025.
I kept seeing the Silk Song is real, like One Piece, and I'm just like, I'm glad. I'm just confused. Also, why are y'all calling out Kingdom Hearts fans by name? Like what?
Now I wouldn't do that to Kingdom Hearts fans. I'm sorry.
They were being nice. They were just like, your turn is coming. We were waiting too. I'm like, but for how long? Because it's going on half a decade here.
I'll put it this way. Look, if I waited 10 years for Final Fantasy Rebirth, I can wait 3 years for Silk Song. But again, Joe, what about you? What about your thoughts on what Sony's coming out with so far, and if they're keeping things close to the vest, or is this pretty much it?
It's Japan, so I don't expect too much surprises because, they're going to tell you exactly what it is. But we got people in the comments all the time on these shows like, where's so-and-so? Where's so-and-so? Like, mother effer, they literally told you what this list is.
Mm-hmm. What you get
for PlayStation, I'm not too surprised they're going to focus on Ghost of Yotai, like, not in the least. Death Stranding 2, they're probably adding in more stuff. Monster Hunter Wilds, they're probably going to go into more specifics around Title Update 3, which is the Final Fantasy update.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything else, I have no idea. But like, it's currently listed. I'm not hating on it.
Neither am I. I'll say, I'm not mad about Yotai. I'm not mad about Tokuton Fighting Souls. I still think that Sony may hide something up their sleeve. That's just me, but again, we'll find out near the end of the month. But if this is all they're going with, it's still a nice lineup because it's two of the more anticipated games that ever been announced. So, but again, I think Sony's holding something close to the best, and we'll probably not announce it until September 25th. Moving on to Koei Tecmo, because they have also gave up their lineup. I guess this is pretty much going to be it. Neo 3, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, and Ninja Gaiden 4. Now I will say this. All three games, looking forward to. I love Neo. I love Ninja Gaiden 4. I love what they're doing in Ninja Gaiden 4. I can't wait to play that. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. Laney, if you are watching, I know this is up your alley as well on Geek by Heart. But again, I'm pretty sure, similar to Sony, I think they're going to come out with something else. But if not, still a solid 3-game lineup. But what do you guys think?
I'm curious, what are we doing with this Hyrule Warriors? Because you pissed everybody off with the last one. And this one, I'm just like, is it going to be self-correcting the timeline, or? From
my understanding, and I wish I had Lady on here because she could explain a lot better than I can. It's supposed to fall in. Crap. It's supposed to fall
in Tears of the Kingdom because this is what Zelda was doing with the Ancients.
Thank you.
So that's what I got. Like, the whole sales point of the game was see how they ended up failing, what happened 100 years ago, only for them, the whole story to be surprised. It's an alternate timeline where we actually win. So I'm like, well, then what are we doing here?
And that's the thing I think it is it's that level of, I'm not sure if it's correcting. It's more like, let's kind of improve on what we didn't do in the last game and put it in this game, especially with Age of Imprisonment, because it's a far out between you and Lenny, you guys actually playing Twilight Princess, and Lenny almost finishing up Breath of the Wild, if she hasn't already. It is covering a lot in the Zelda world, so I'm trying to see if they're trying to expand really on this age of fill in the blank here. But again, I'm not knocking it, but I still think this is going to be a teaser because everybody knew about Age of Imprisonment. Everybody knew about Ninja Gaiden 4. Neo 3, again, is a very niche fan base, but still loyal to a fault. I still think that something else is going to be announced there because I don't think they're just going to stick with 3. But anything else you guys want to add to Koei Tecmo?
That's about it for me.
Joe?
I got nothing.
Okay. But moving right along, Bandai Namco also gave the lineup as well. They're coming out with Code Vein 2, Digimon Storytime Stranger, the trailer that y'all saw at the beginning of our show, Little Nightmares 3, Once Upon a Katamari, Everybody Golfs, Hot Shots, and Tamagotchi Plaza, Nintendo Switch Edition. Code Vein 2 I'm looking forward to. Digimon Storytime Stranger looks interesting. Little Nightmares 3, I know Lainey played 2, if I'm right. Please correct me.
I think she played 1 and she got slightly into 2.
Yeah.
I don't think she finished it, but the Switch version of those games are rough, so I don't blame her.
Yeah. So I was trying to think she played 1 or 2. She might have played 1 now I think about it. Once Upon a Katamari, I cannot say I have not played that. Everybody Golfs, that's just basically, it's their version of Mario Golf, which again, not knocking it. And Tamagotchi Plaza, can't say it. I've never played it, but still a nice lineup. Do I think I still say, and I will say this because it's Bandai Namco. Yeah, they're going to come out with something else. I honestly believe something else from that company is going to get released at Tokyo Game Show. But what say y'all?
It's potential. I think this is just the early list of what they're telling us so far. I'm surprised we don't have more. When was the last time we got a Katamari game? I feel like that's the type of kind of nonsensical, super Japan type stuff that people would eat up without knowing why. Like, it's just rolling stuff over and making yourself happy. Like, it's a good old boost of dopamine. I'm surprised we don't have I'm surprised that's the game I'm surprised hasn't been cranked out on like every console.
Your guess is as good as mine, because I was gonna say when it comes to that, I mean, I just did a quick search. There's a Katamari Damacy reroll for Nintendo Switch that came out this year.
Okay.
But that's just one. Like I said, that is a game I don't really keep up with. But again, it's Bandai Namco. At least I will say this, for the games they put out and the spread, it looks like they're not sticking to one genre. So I will give them credit for that. They're trying to go for everybody as far as keeping everybody's attention. But I still sit there and say, because Bandai Namco, they may announce a new game or a game that everybody's expecting, and why not do it at Tokyo Game Show? But I don't think this is their full lineup. But anything else, guys, you want to add to that?
I think I got nothing. Joe?
No, not really. Like, I know what to expect. There's no Dragon Ball announcement. Mm-hmm. No Tekken announcement yet. Mm-hmm. I don't even know, what would Kingdom Hearts fall under for Tokyo Game Show.
Would it be Square Enix?
Yeah, it would be Square.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it'd be. I was gonna say I think it'd be Square Enix it would fall under, but yeah, like I said, it's a nice lineup, but I still say above all else that they may turn around and announce something else. That's the only thing I can think of, because and again, I could be completely wrong. This is a financial season of pinching pennies, because we saw many studios close down, things of that nature. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just saying I would not be surprised. And also, just for anybody who was wondering, Square Enix release lineup for Tokyo Game Show has yet to be released. So for all those that are wondering, we don't know yet. When they post it, we'll talk about it. Capcom also sharing their lineup for Tokyo Game Show. They will be showing Monster Hunter Outlanders, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection. We showed that trailer 2 weeks ago. Monster Hunter Wilds, Omnimusha, Way of the Sword, Pragmata. We showed that trailer as well. Resident Evil Requiem and Resident Evil Survival and Street Fighter 6, which will probably be updates that are coming out for that. Solid lineup. Not knocking it. Twisted Reflection, which we showed for Monster Hunter Stories 3, looked pretty cool. Monster Hunter is wild, because there's probably going to be updates for that. Still got to start away on that. Omnimusha Way of the Sword. Can't wait to play it in 2026. Pragmata also looked good. Requiem. Say what?
It looks like it's secretly a Mega Man game.
It is. Resident Evil Requiem. Again, because I'm a Resident Evil fan, I can't wait to play that story of the child from Outbreak. Survival's not bad. Again, a mobile game. I think that's I want to say it's Capcom's Resident Evil first attempt at mobile game. I can't really remember. And Street Fighter 6, again, it's solid.
It'll be a Hyper gameplay trailer.
Yeah, probably so. But guys, is this all I can say is, do we think this is going to be it, or are we seeing more from Capcom?
Nah,
I don't really think what else they could make. I feel like this is enough.
I mean, the only big thing they could possibly also tease is the Code Veronica remake I keep hearing about.
I thought they killed it, honestly.
No, if you look into it, they're seeing more and more stuff about it now.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I would agree with you guys. That is quite the lineup, especially with Monster Hunter and Omnimusha and Pragmata. They're baking hard on Monster Hunter, obviously. Omnimusha, again, they're going to be pushing that one. Requiem, I can see that one. Pragmata and Street Fighter 6. So yeah, out of the list of these games, I will fully agree with you guys. I don't see another IP being announced from Capcom. Although Capcom, you could give us another Mega Man game. Just saying, it'd be freaking nice. But yeah, I will go on. I will join you guys and say I don't think Capcom is saying this is it, and this is all we're going to talk about. But still, it's a solid lineup. So I'm going to leave it at that. But outside of Sony, Koei Tecmo, Bandai Namco, and Capcom, those are the only companies that have announced what they will be showing at Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show will be from September 25th through the 28th. So as soon as news comes out, we will be sure to talk about it. But for right now, it's pretty much a wait and see. But not knocking that. Although, again, Capcom, Mega Man would be nice. Speaking of things that are nice and things that we did not think were ever going to happen in our timeline, you can now play Gears of War on PlayStation. You can now play Helldivers 2 on Xbox because they both dropped as of yesterday. I'm not going to knock it. I'm a Gears of War fan. It's just Gears of War Reloaded, which is basically the original game with just updated graphics and mechanics. If you've never played Gears of War, I highly recommend that you do. It is one of my favorite third-person shooters. The story from 1 to up to now has been great, although Gears 5 was a little but definitely check that out. And Helldivers, let's be honest, everybody in this room has played it. Do we really have to say anything more about Helldivers outside of just join Super Earth and defend freedom?
I want to know where the mass outrage is of having to sign up for an Xbox Live account to play Helldivers.
Is that required?
Yes.
So where's the mass outrage for that?
I think they gave up. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they gave up. Or they got around it. Because actually, now that I think about it, actually hold up. Because I don't think...
You do need to make a Microsoft account to play on anything Xbox.
The PC, I think you just needed, a Steam account? Or
yeah. For PC, it was just a Steam account.
Okay, so where's the outrage of having to make a Steam account?
But that's the thing, though. I just see, because I've heard nothing, it's either people have accepted it or just that
that fan base already has accounts, so they knew what they were getting into.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because that was the big argument over having to make a PlayStation account just to play Helldivers.
I think it was security and accessibility because I know PSN wasn't in all of the countries that were basically Helldivers was being played in. So a lot of them was like, hey, even if I did want a PSN, you guys literally don't have servers here. So I still can't sign up. So I think it was whereas Microsoft, because it's Microsoft and almost a lot of people have a Hotmail or a MSN account.
Right.
Or an Outlook. I think it's more accessible. It's just, hey, you're attaching Helldivers to your Xbox account, which you already have, versus making you make an Xbox account to get Helldivers.
That's the thing. I've heard next to nothing. It's not like, and the thing about it, that's the part that I'm kind of struggling with because I know the first time when Helldivers was like, oh, well, you're going to need an account to play, and all the PC world was like, no, we don't. And if this is what you're requiring, we out. So I remember that. But now that Helldivers is on Xbox, see, that just makes me think, just because if you're playing on Xbox, you obviously have to have them. You have to have a Microsoft account. So I'm not sure if there is some objections. I'm not sure if they're either there or just it's not as loud as it used to be. I really don't know. But
same.
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying same. I haven't seen much of anything.
Because that's the thing. I mean, I have heard next to nothing outside of, people on Xbox can because of the cross-play in Helldivers, you can join PlayStation, you can join PC, and which again, that's the end goal anyway. We all want to be able to play the same game across multiple platforms. So I don't know if there is a lot of issues with that. I really don't know, but if you ever wanted to play, now's the time. And if you're wondering, Helldivers is not on Xbox Game Pass. You will have to pay for it. So
yeah, but only $40, I think, which I think it still costs right now.
Yeah, it's still $40.
It's not bad. Gears very much plays like Gears 1. I know there's some balancing stuff, but it's fun. It's chaotic. Helldivers.
Mm-hmm.
They keep creating new missions because now they have twice the amount of people, so people keep clearing them out in a day and a half.
Yeah.
Also, the Halo 3 ODST collab is dope. I'm currently trying to save up to be able to buy those items versus just throwing my credit card at the screen.
Pretty much. Although if you never played Halo ODST, you should go back and get a chance to, because it's short, it's sweet, but still fun. Joe, anything else you want to add to that before we move on to the next one, sir?
No.
All right. That being said, before we get to Clair Obscur, Xenoblade. Me and words right now is hard. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 may be on the Switch too. Keep in mind, this is a rumor. This has not been confirmed by Nintendo or by the creators of Xenoblade Chronicles. Although, again, with Nintendo Switch 2 and its hardware, it should have no problem playing it. I started Xenoblade Chronicles. Unfortunately, I never did finish it. I did actually purchase 2 as well on the backlog. Haven't started that as well. But if it is going to be on Switch 2, it would work. Like I said before, the hardware could work just fine. I would hope that it would not be a port. I would like for them to actually remake it. I would like for them to do upgraded graphics. I hope it's not a port, just because that to me would be disrespectful. But what say you guys about this?
I mean, how heavy of a push would it be giving the Switch in the first place?
Not a lot.
I also heard that they are trying to tell people, like, you don't have to make everything Switch 2 exclusive. Build it for the original Switch, and we'll just put it on the Switch 2 is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So if it does get it, cool. I can see us getting a lot of Switch 2 ports, which is just going to be a next level upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But I can take it or leave it.
Joe?
It'll just be a port, but, everybody needs their giant booba anime sword waifus on the next console, which is what exactly this game is.
Yeah.
This game is like, of the three, this is the most anime of games.
No argument there. You're 100% right. But like I said, I've only played the first one. Still haven't completed that one. I have a lot of games that I really need to go back and complete. But let us know what you think. Would you be looking forward to this if it is on Switch 2? And would you hope that they would remake it, or would you be happy with a port? Definitely let us know. But I do want to talk about this one because, again, I've played it. Joe has played this. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Arguably should be game of the year, because this was a group of this was done by a studio that did not have a big budget, that did not have big names behind it. This was such a sleeper that honestly nobody saw how successful this game was going to be. Again, I played it. Joe has played it. I've got nothing but praise for it. It actually did put a twist on turn-based gaming, especially with counters and parries. You will find out very quickly how good you are, or that you need to practice. I'm one of the ones dodging, no problem. Parry, problem. But if you have not played Clair Obscur Expedition 33 and you're planning to, you might want to either mute us or, look away for a couple minutes, because the reason why we're talking about this is that the director behind the Expedition 33 says this is not the end of the franchise. He says, quote unquote, Clair Obscur is the franchise name. Expedition 33 is one of the stories we want to tell in this franchise. Exactly what it will look like and what the concept will be is too soon to announce. But what is sure is that this is not the end of the Clair Obscur franchise. Now, this answers one question, because how the first game ended, I did not see a sequel to that outside of replaying the whole cycle, because because for Expedition 33, it really comes down to the fact of a grieving family that has the ability to create a painting world to where folks go on this cycle of living, but really not living. But the impossible choice that you have at the end of 33, because again, spoilers, people either side with Mael or people side with forgot his name already. Damn, I forgot his name that fast. The son who died. Crap, I completely forgot the name. I completely forgot, and I'm blanking right now. But what I'm getting at is, for all those that don't know, the impossible choice that you do get will decide what type of ending that you get. And because of the ending, again, this is going to be spoilers, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Either you continue, Verso, that was his name. Sorry. It took me a second. So between Verso and Mael, again, spoiler alert, Mael basically restarts the whole cycle all over again because she doesn't want to lose anybody. Verso forces the family to accept his death and leave the painting world. So I'm glad the director, Mr. Guillermo Broach, had said that we are doing another Clair Obscur game. It's just not going to follow 33 because 33 is a closed story. Here's my question, fellas. Because of the bar being set so high with Expedition 33, will this studio have a problem? Sandfall Interactive is a studio name. Will they have a problem living up to the expectations of the next game?
I think as long as you don't rush it, you should be fine. Like, I don't need this next year. And then even with the name, this is their first game, or this is?
Oh, this is their first. This is Sandfall Interactive's first IP.
Yeah, because Clair Obscur Expedition 30 already sounds like it's part 3 or one of a series. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be shocked if they make another one. I just don't feel like you need to one up this with everything you do. Just put the same love into whatever you're making that you did with this and take your time.
I agree. Joe?
Whatever they make, I'll at least give it a shot. This one, the game is enjoyable. It's a very oddly paced rhythm game, but you know.
And I agree with that. And I again right behind you, Tafari, on that one. Don't rush. Because again, for the time, and again, I guess I shouldn't say I'm not very worried because the time they took with Expedition 33 should be the same amount of time they take with the next game. I will say this: it is a high bar of combat that they did with the next game, with 33, with the music, with the soundtrack, how the combat was paced in the story. It was definitely your time being taken on this. But I will say, as long as they don't rush it, then the next game will be fine. But I'm kind of curious to see where they're going to go with this franchise because you went from a painting-like landscape. I can only imagine what the next game's going to be. But we'll see. But moving right along, guys, we kind of envy you guys right now in Los Angeles. The reason why is because of the movie The Long Walk. For all those who don't know, it was a trailer that we did play about 3-4 weeks ago, where basically it's an adaptation of the Stephen King novel about basically trying to be the last one. Well, I won't say last person standing, last person walking in a contest to where if you win, your wish is granted. That being said, they decided to go ahead and take this up a notch. Currently, there is a movie theater in Los Angeles that, as of tomorrow, will have influencers and people that were lucky enough to be a part of a screening that is a treadmill challenge. So, paint this picture, if you will. You are in a movie theater. Instead of seats, you have treadmills. You have to basically do the same thing that the guys are doing in the movie, walking at a pace between 2.5 miles an hour and 4 miles per hour. Now, here's the problem. You have to do this for 108 minutes. 108 minutes on a treadmill. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There's only one person in this podcast group right now that I can say that can successfully do it with no problem. And that would be Tafari, because on Tafari TV, the man is always on a trailer playing video games. So if anybody I know that can literally be on a treadmill, watching a movie, doing the same thing that they're doing and not pass out, it'd be him. Now, I get it. It's great advertising. It's great way to get people watching. At the same time, I can't complain. It's brilliant advertisement. But Joe, what say you if you got invited to a long walk screening to where you are literally walking on a treadmill for 108 minutes?
Do you forget what I do for a living?
I know, but would you go?
That would be a cakewalk.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But would you go? Is the question.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, that's the thing though, because also what I did mention is that for all those lucky ducks that get to go to this screening, If you do fail to keep up, you get escorted out, and there's no prize at the end. You just get the luxury of seeing the movie first before everybody else. And Elaine says, "Oh, I couldn't do that unless it was for big money." You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, Laney, if they turn around and try to. No prize. I wouldn't be surprised if someone looks at this and goes, "We could make a game show out of this outside of things that we haven't already seen before." But what do you guys? I know, Joe. I know I asked for your opinion on this, Safari, because let's be honest, you do this practically every day.
I need them to, one, I'd go. Two, I need them to film it. I need them to film it just like they filmed that other crowd reaction video where apparently everyone's heart rate was apparently super accelerated after the first killing. Yeah. Which I'm also realizing the horror movies, you don't get a lot of teenage brutalization even in R-rated flicks. Yeah. So the first teaser I saw where they blatantly blow some dude's jaw open, that was jarring.
And the video he's talking about is actually this here. I'll just I'll mute it while that way we're talking about it. But yeah, this was another movie theater where again they're not on treadmills, they're sitting down, but they are connected to biometrics. And as you can see there, they're pretty much saying, okay, we're just gonna go take your vital signs while you're watching this movie. And the crazy part is, as you see Mark Hamill and you see, of course, this stuff, and of course, they're not showing the gory scenes because it's YouTube. But what they're going to say momentarily is what Tafara just said, is that within the first 20 minutes, everybody's heart rate is over 2.5 times the average resting rate for the next 40 minutes. And they never came back down, which means that this movie pushed heart rates over 200 beats per minute, the equivalent of a fighter pilot's body under 9 G's of force. That means they were dang near in hypertension for 108 minutes. So the only thing I can think of is that if their heart rates were this freaking high during the movie, I'm afraid to ask what was shown during the movie. I'm really afraid to ask if your heart rate was up that high. We say, Lenny, and they would make a game show. Yeah, they really would. But I still want to see The Long Walk. I still got to finish reading the book. But what say you guys? I know I asked you guys if you guys would go with that, but still, is it still great advertising on their part to sit there and say, this is how we get people to watch the movie and just to really enjoy it, or is it just a shot in the dark and hey, look, it worked?
Yeah, it's good because I definitely thought this was just going to be movies coming, movie out type deal. I didn't expect them to go this hard on the promotion, but I'm kind of glad they're trying because the concept is good, the hype is there. It's just how much do you put behind it, and thankfully they're putting something behind this.
Yeah, it is. But Joe, what say you? Anything else on that before we move on?
No, this just looks fun.
Gotcha. All right. So also some other PlayStation news that we do have for the month of September. They are giving new monthly games, Psychonauts 2, Stardew Valley, and Viewfinder. I can only speak on Psychonauts 2. It's fun to play. If you ever get a chance to play Psychonauts, you really should, because it is definitely something you would not be expecting. I can't speak on Stardew Valley or Viewfinder. They kind of look like more exploratory games, but Joe, Tavara, would y'all know about them or played them?
I've heard of these games, never touched any of them, but if these are the basic ones, I maybe will check. I'll at least add them to the library, maybe check them out later.
Joe, anything on that?
I know Stardew Valley is my little sister's favorite games, but she's a big farming simulator person. Apparently Stardew Valley is the one that was made by one dude.
Okay.
Grown up since then. Psychonauts 2, super fun. First level does kind of creep me out with all the teeth and whatnot, but they actually do give you a warning.
Yeah.
About that. Also, Jack Black's really good in this game. Viewfinder, never heard of it.
Fully agree with all of that. But that's the games that we are getting. Of course, it's your last chance to get Lies of P, DayZ, and My Heroes 1 Justice 2 before they do leave the PlayStation library. So if you haven't already, definitely check them out. Also, this made me smile because Spider-Man Brand New Day is getting the Jackie Chan fight team to basically come in and choreograph the fight scenes. For all those that don't know their work outside of every Jackie Chan movie, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, they actually choreographed the fight scenes for that entire movie. So the fact that Jackie Chan's team is behind this on Brand New Day makes me immediately relax. But what say you guys, knowing that, outside of the castings that we do know they're going to be having, that Mr. Chan himself and his team will be doing the fight choreographies and setups. Does this make us feel a little bit better about Brand New Day, that we stop being less concerned and just now waiting for the release, or do we need more?
Honestly, stop telling me stuff. Just let me know when y'all got a trailer ready at this point.
Fair. Joe?
I don't think we're going to be seeing this. I don't know if the team is going to be there for fights necessarily. They may be there for stunt coordination and stunt setup. So we may be getting just some really high caliber stunts.
Either way, I'm looking freaking forward to it. But like Tafara said, it is getting to the point where, you don't got to tell us everything. Just give us a trailer, which we probably won't get one until next year. But it would be nice. But I'm not knocking it because, again, it's Jackie Chan and his fight team. I mean, his fighting / stunt team. So I am not knocking it. I am looking forward to it. Outside of what Tafara said, just stop giving us information and just give us a trailer. But that being said, fellas, anything on the review and anime review side that anybody wants to bring up?
Hey, I told y'all Dr. Stone was gonna get violent and bloody, and when people started leaking and they just rolled credits, that pretty much solidified where we're at. I can't remember who does or does not make it out of this. My manga message or memory is blurry. Shit got really real this week.
Understood. Joe?
We introduced a new rival for Marin for Gojo in My Dress Up Darling. We're going to be starting working on a new cosplay. In the Rain with You, we finally get to hear the little Tanuki dog speak for the first time, like actual barks, no physical voice. Nothing new there. And that's all right this week for anime. I haven't really gotten to sit and watch everything I usually watch, but always down to watch those two as soon as they come out.
Gotcha. Okay, and for me, Kaiju number 8. Love what they're doing now. I don't want to spoil it because, again, what happened in episode 2 was still raw. So again, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and do so. Sakamoto Days, still great. Can't knock that if you haven't already seen it on Netflix. But yeah, that's gonna be my viewing too because life be lifing. But it's Labor Day weekend. I'm planning to catch up with a lot of shows that I missed out on. But with that being said, before we move on, any other news we got left before we move on to comics?
Nope.
Cool. Just want to make sure. So, as Tafari is about to join us back momentarily, he's gonna be mobile. But before we do get into comics, we do always want to shout out Rick's Comic City, Nashville's #1 go-to place for comics, for mangas, for anything geek and blurry. You can definitely find it there. 2 locations, Nashville, Tennessee, and Clarksville, Tennessee, and of course their website at rickscomiccity.com. Also, support your local libraries, support your local comic stores, support your local indie artists, support the indies. Trust me, you will miss them all when they are definitely not available. Hey, Cap. Hey, guys. Playing Miles Morales right now and have you play on your screen. Thank you. Appreciate it, Cap. So as we get to that, Joe, I do see that you have your comics up. So as soon as this screen agrees with me, whenever you're ready.
As my screen enlarges, there we go. We're looking at Flash, number 24, Bad Moon Rising, Part 6. Written by Cy Spurrier, art by Vasco Gorgiev, and colors by Matt Herms. This is the penultimate issue for the Bad Moon Rising arc. Jai and Wally convince Eclipso, hey, give love a chance. Unfortunately, For Calypso, giving love a chance means his loving to obliterate all the universe in the name of Darkseid. So now they got to figure out a way to maybe not give love a chance.
When psychotherapy goes wrong.
Pretty much. Definitely recommend Green Lanterns, number 26, Starbreaker Supremacy, Part 3. This is written by Jeremy Adams, art by V. Ken Marion, and colors by Romualdo Fernando Jr. Pretty much the Geo crew is in the source wall where all the creatures that power the emotional spectrum are there, meaning they regain their emotions and their powers. They make a somewhat Faustian bargain with all the emotional entities. We also learned that this is technically Parallax Jr., who is not as malevolent as his predecessor.
Right.
Because he was born of fear of the other entities. Kyle, once again, gets to go, just kind of proves that White Lantern mode is now just a Super Saiyan form for him. I have a argument with how forming the Buster Sword in this issue to deal with the enemies, and it's not my usual pettiness against Hal Jordan, it's because it doesn't fit Hal Jordan. I don't see Hal ever sitting down to play Final Fantasy. That's definitely more of a Kyle construct, just for like the sheer nerd.
But Sinestro
reference that he would make or no.
But Sinestro having a chainsaw?
No, that makes sense. That actually does make sense. But like I said, giving Hal it's literally just a Buster Sword. Just made no sense to me. I mean, I don't mind him making swords, but for him a generic broadsword or long sword would work well. Just him making the Buster Sword made no sense to me in character-wise.
No, that's fair. I can see that. I thought it was pretty cool, but I was like,
like I said, it's cool. It just doesn't make sense that it's Hal's construct.
Fair enough. But it is interesting how they got all the creatures off the source wall to agree, and then they were like, "Hey, we just want to use you to get you out."
Yep. But I mean, ultimately, they're going to have to return to the central power battery so they can restore balance.
Yeah. But I thought that was the whole idea is like, we're just going to use you guys to get on out, and then immediately Hal decides to chain everybody. Like, nope. It's like, no, I don't trust any of y'all, which was actually smart. But no, it was a good issue.
Yep. Superman number 29. This is Legion of Darkseid Part 2. This is written by Joshua Williamson. Art and cover art by Dan Mora, colors by Alejandro Sanchez. You are not seeing things incorrectly. Superboy Prime is back. Superman also is aware that he is talking to somebody, but that somebody is us, so it doesn't matter. This is moving the actual main storyline plot of the DC Universe along, where the Darkseid corrupted Legion of Superheroes is slowly coming into the standard reality. So Superman and Superboy Prime go to the dark side reality of the Legion of Superheroes to try to find them. We run into some of the standard ones, but one of the Legionnaires is a double agent, and Superboy Prime just does Superboy Prime stuff.
Can we have one run where Superboy Prime is not a villain?
Well, I don't think he's a villain per se in this one. I do like the fact that he's just punching realities till they get there. And Superman's like, what in God's name are you doing? It's like, breaking out of reality. This is a normal thing for me.
The way they're writing this, I was like, we already had him as a villain. Let's not go down this rabbit hole again.
Oh, and Time Trapper just being like, well, I'm done here. Peace.
Oh yeah. Doomsday is let me shut up.
Time Trapper just pieces out. Like, yep, we're good. I'm out.
He's like, I need it elsewhere.
See you when I see you. Overall, not too bad. Great art, really enjoyable.
It's not bad. I just don't. My whole thing was, can we not go the villain route with Superboy Prime? Give the man just one arc. But that's my only gripe.
I think he'll turn himself around in the next one. I think he's just playing triple agent.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on over, we have Immortal Legend of Batman. This is written by Power Ranger authors Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom, with art by Erica D'Urso, and of course the Man Machine Dan Mora, with Igor Monti and Tamara Bonvillain as the colorists.
Mm-hmm.
This is just Kamen Rider Batman, just straight out. He even has his own rider kick. This is Tokusatsu Batman, and probably this is going to be the only Batman title I sink money into.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one. That's all I gotta say. You said what I wanted to say.
Well, I mean, we knew this was going to be Tokusatsu Batman. It's Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom.
But you said exactly what it is. Kamen Rider Batman. That's it.
Exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
He is hunting someone impersonating Bruce Wayne. We find out it's the Two-Faced Man,
mm-hmm.
Who I guess is part of a supernatural thing. And along the way, he picks up his own Robin and Nightwing, which also have their own transformation abilities and henshin armors.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is just a Batman I am more than happy to read.
Because basically, I mean, I like the story and how they're going with it, and and the twist at the end. I'm like, so we're gonna bring in Hush. So how is he gonna fit into all this? But no, I can see that, but I do dig it so far.
Isn't his henshin command Beyond the Night or something?
I want to say yes, if I'm remembering that right. I don't know if it was Beyond
the Night. It's one of those two.
Yeah.
But he has his own transformation command, so
Still, Kamen Rider Batman. I was like, just enough not to get sued, but no, I liked it.
Yeah, no, this was solid. Yep. Moving on over to Marvel, we got Emma Frost White Queen #3. This is written by Amy Chu, with art by Andrea DeVito and colors by Antonio Fabula. Emma goes to Hong Kong, escapes her current whereabouts using hilarious telepathic powers. My favorite one was Hug It Out at the airport, and escapes to Hong Kong, where she meets up with two Chinese triad leaders, a mother-son thing, and Emma does something very sweet for the mother. Who then she escapes once again to go to London to find out exactly who betrayed her. Solid artwork. This was a fantastic issue, in my opinion. I really, really dug it. Emma being a sweet, wonderful woman to children still. Just telling the little girl who's like, I suck, and she's like, no, you don't. You're a wonderful individual. And then helping out the mom, giving her new memories with her deceased husband. Love it.
Yeah, I gotta take your word for it. I kind of checked out on Emma, but just because I don't like it doesn't mean someone else will like it. But again, that whole story was definitely not for me. But for everybody else, definitely do check it out.
Black Panther, Imperial War. This happens directly after Imperial issue 2. Pretty much T'Challa's on the run from the Hawks, while trying to get all of the galaxy off Space Wakanda's back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the book.
It's a nice filler story. I mean, that's what I took from it. But
it was written by Victor Lavallee and Jonathan Hickman, with art by Kofu and colors by David Carell. Cover artists are Francisco Montanaro and Raul Angelo.
Okay.
So while that's going on, Imperial Planet She-Hulk, which is taking place almost exactly after issue 1. This is written by Stephanie Phillips and Jonathan Hickman, with art by Emilio Liso and colors by Matt Mila, with once again Francisco Motorino and Raul Angelo doing the cover art. Pretty much this is a murder mystery on Sakaar involving her nephews.
Mm-hmm.
5 wives. And then once we saw that thing, we learned, well, justice technically doesn't exist. Earth justice doesn't really mean much on Sakaar.
Pretty much.
Only might makes right. So Jen's like, why in God's name am I even here?
And waiting for Hope to come back. Yeah, he said he'd be back in a couple of days. 5 days later. He's running late.
6 days later, where the hell is he?
Yes. Oh, that was funny.
Loved it. We're looking at Miles Morales, number 37. This is written by Cody Ziegler with art by Luigi Zagaria. Colors by Brian Valencia and Federico Vincentini and Niraj Menon as cover artists. This is the new story arc for Miles, Thick as Thieves, because Miles now officially gets his own black cat in a gender-bent, bad luck causing thief known as the White Cat, and also a new fox spirit thief.
Yeah.
So naturally, he's going to go to Black Cat because he needs help, and he is way out of his depth on stuff like this.
Yeah, I did like the twist. I did like the twist on his Black Cat and with the Canary. So that's why I was like, okay, I see where you're going with this. I just like Miles just can't have one. I think it's because of Spider-Man. Spider-Man cannot just have one quiet day. I just got through fighting gods. Can I have one day?
Nope.
But I liked it though.
I loved it. And then running out tonight, we got Ultimate Spider-Man number 29. This is written by Jonathan Hickman with art by David Messina and colors by Matt Wilson, covered by Marchetto and Matt Wilson. Mm-hmm. This is the big talk. The MJ, Harry, Gwen, and Peter just sit and talk and work things out. And then MJ knocks Gwen out in the bathroom stall and just like goes to the husband's like, okay, we're doing some bullshit now.
Mm-hmm. I okay. I already knew there was gonna be a twist between Gwen and MJ, but I was like, why does the chaos always happen with the redhead? Why?
No, to be fair, as she says in this book, I have been exceedingly forgiving and extremely patient in this whole scenario.
But she turns around. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil the book. Anyway,
yeah, don't spoil the book.
Yeah.
But this is the conversation. This once again proves why this works, because they are all in their 30s. They are all adults. They are all had previous lives. They all sit down and rationally talk about this stuff before MJ finally has enough. And just, I think she only knocks Gwen out just because she's sick of Gwen's BS. I don't think they're actually going to like leave her in the bathroom. It's just she's had enough.
It'll be interesting. I will put it that way. I was just when I saw, I'm like, oh, did she really make? Yes, she did.
But again, I love the fact that they are all adults and all talking it out first.
Oh yeah, and then just it's like I'm gonna follow her. No, let me talk to her. I was like, oh, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well at all. But no, it's a solid book. I do like Ultimate Spider-Man for where they're going with it. I just like, wow, that turn. That's gonna make things interesting for the next issue. But yeah,
sadly, we only get 4 more issues.
So yeah, it's gonna wrap up the ultimate arc, but still a good issue though.
Yep, and that's our books.
Yeah. All right.
Easily issue of the week was probably Batman, and then this is close second.
Oh yeah, Kamen Rider Batman definitely got my attention, but again, that's all great and well. So as we are going to go ahead and wrap it up for what we got, going of course, but not above shameless promotion. I will start first with Joe because let's be honest, him and Tafari make me look lazy because they are definitely busy. I'll get out. So Joe, you want to let people know what you're doing, what you'll be up to, sir, where they can find you?
Well, Tafari and I are doing Ultra Watch. We just dropped episode 8 of Ultraman Omega. We will not be doing an episode this week because it is just a recap episode. So we will avoid that. This week, well, I'll be streaming Dawn of Krinsky over on Total Justice Gaming, and also my Twitch if I can get that to dual stream. I don't know if that's a thing I can do or not. But definitely over on Total Justice Gaming, we'll be running Shadows of Krinsky on Wednesday when that drops. Other than that, I'm over at Middle Tennessee Gaming all day today, tomorrow. I may or may not be there Sunday because I'll be with Middle Tennessee API, who's another nonprofit charity group I run around with. We go do API advocacy and whatnot. Wonderful, wonderful cause. Just keeping people informed and trying to build a sense of community for the Asian community in Nashville. Also, you can find me sometimes over at Eat Bubbles. This is a local business that is a friend of mine. She has won Best Boba in Nashville, I want to say 2 years in a row. We're hoping it's 3. Eat Bubbles is also home of the Jiggly Cat pudding that we have that she makes. Everything is made from scratch. They do not use powders. They use everything sourced either locally or directly. As we can see right there, you can see the Jiggly Cat right there. They also have matcha flights, as which was seen right there, matcha and hojicha flights. They just opened their backdoor outdoor patio seating. Wonderful pricing. Laura works super, super hard. She's right there. They're always at Vanderbilt on Thursdays at the farmers market or any local farmers market like Sylvan Park. Mm-hmm. You can go get some stuff there. I mostly get the hojicha, which is the roasted green tea drink. My recommendation, medium sweet with coffee jelly, not boba. That's Blake. Awesome dude. Great guy all around. So definitely go support them. Go support local business in general, but go give my friends over at Eat Bubbles a definite try. You will not be disappointed.
I have a confession. I have never had boba.
Well,
I have never had boba at all. It looks good though. I've just never had it, or matcha. I have never had those things. Also, I just want to point this out as well. My computer didn't want to play with me at first. So definitely from Middle Tennessee Gaming, as Joe pointed out, you can definitely find them in Bellevue off Highway 70S. And not just because Joe works there, just because there are plenty of good guys out there as well, and they are always happy to help you with your TGS gaming needs. So
yep, we are doing some Magic stuff. We did Bloomborough draft tonight. Mm-hmm. I think tomorrow is Casual Commander, although I think we have an event. I'm not sure. Scroll down. I think the schedule there for that. We also got all the Chaos Rubies for the Secret Layers. Yep, there it is.
Oh, talking about this right here? Learn to play?
Saturday, we got Learn to Play Popper for $10. Mm-hmm. So the Popper format Magic is Commons only deck.
Okay.
So Learn to Play Magic Popper format.
Mm-hmm.
Decks have been made and whatnot. And then Cardfight Vanguard on Sunday. I will be there all day Saturday to help you with buying Magic or Pokemon or Cardfight Vanguard or Warhammer, because we're also a Warhammer store.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just always there. Thursdays through Sundays.
Nice. Well, thank you for that, sir. Tafara, are you still with us? Because I know you are mobile and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm here. I just had to get a lead on nighttime traffic and these road closures I've thankfully got ahead of. But I am also on the internet. I am streaming conflicted because Crossworlds is great. And I'm thinking of doing a stream of the first 2 Sonic Riders games.
Okay.
I also posted a skit for Kingdom Hearts and Silksong fans. Eventually, I'm going to run through Spider-Man 1 again on the Dreamcast and play the What If mode, especially because that game turns 25 tomorrow. I also did like a full playthrough of TMNT, and I'm blanking on the other game, but like long plays have been going well, so I'm trying to fit more of those in that I can like do in one go. Yeah, Follow me on all the socials. I am posting all the time, trying to keep consistent, making many cameo appearances across the Blurredverse. And Blurred's Eye is also back Tuesdays and Thursdays. Feel free to come through.
Nice. And yes, definitely check out Tafari TV because he did stream the open network testing of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It looks pretty freaking good when I got to see it. So definitely check it out there. As far as me, guys, before I get to me, I did also want to do a special shout out to Cheyenne the Geek. Her show, The Comic Shop, the first episode is available now. If you haven't seen it, here's the trailer for her show, literally called The Comic Shop.
Welcome to OMG Comics. Welcome to OMG. Oh my goodness, the hair, the pink. Someone's a fan. You don't know my life. I'm Stephanie Okeke, and I am one of the founders of OMG Comics. Smells like money. We've only been open for a few months, so, we're still getting the hang of things. Ha! You missed! Am I okay? Am I bleeding? We write in the blueprint of how we do it. Nobody gets into the comic book industry because they want money. They get into it because they love comics. Come on, that was pretty funny. I know you ain't talking. Bro. Where we going? We are not lame. We are the best comic shop in all of LA. Comic shop. I like to think that our uniqueness and our passion for comics are what's going to keep the people coming in. This is our calling. Now, who's on sweeping duty? Dang it! God, I'll go get the broom. We going to the comic shop. Stephanie, so you're running a zoo. Stephanie, so you don't clean your store like you don't clean your room. Stephanie, comic book shop. You'll soon be driving cab. Going to the comic shop. Going to the comic shop.
And as you can see, guys, that was the trailer for The Comic Shop. It is available as of today. The first episode did drop. You can definitely check it out at Awkward Virgo TV on YouTube. Definitely check it out. You can also follow Cheyenne the Geek, especially on Instagram as well as there. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is definitely funny. If you liked Abbott Elementary, It's Always Sunny. It falls into that same vein. And again, we always want to be able to support those that are just starting out shows, networks, things of that nature. So definitely follow Cheyenne the Geek. Definitely follow The Comic Shop, which, as you can see, can be seen on YouTube. Also, other shameless plugs as well. Definitely check out Always Press Record. Why? Because the Gaming Podcast can be seen there as well as other shows. You can definitely check them out on the Roku channel, the Amazon Fire TV app. Always at alwayspressrecord.com. Blurrstation.com, again, another site that we do want to hype up. Why? Because movies, television shows, entertainment, things of that nature can also be seen there at the table that we're building. $10.99 a month to stream Blur Station. Go to blurrstation.com, hit the join now button, select the Bird's Eye View Affinity membership, and anybody there you can select would be more than appreciated. And again, guys, support, because again, that's how we get the things, that's how we get our tables built. That's how we get our content, things of that nature out there. So definitely check that out as well. As Bama, we see you're here, sir. Roll Tide as always. But as for myself, guys, please follow the Give It Podcast on all socials, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok. Myself, Black_Spartan615. Again, follow me on all socials. Like, share, and subscribe. We cannot do any of this without you guys. At the same time, please follow Blurred's Eye View as we are back streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays with various topics and guests. We actually had some dope guests this week, especially speaking on mental health and other things. So definitely check them out as well. Also, check out Roomful of Blurs. They're going to be right back this Sunday. Basically with News of the Week, of course, with Navy Montel having his own panels at DragonCon right now. So if you are at DragonCon, definitely say hi to him. He'll be more than happy to say hi back. Also, check out Roomful of Blurs. Check out Geek by Heart, as Lainey will be streaming, of course, Breath of the Wild. Her husband, Jay, will be streaming Gears of War very soon, so definitely check them out as well. Also, check out Fresh Press by Z, our nail tactician, who actually is wonderfully talented. So if you do have aesthetics that want to be done and you actually want them done with an anime twist, definitely check her out as well. And also check out Mayhem Media as he does his pull lists and comic books and movie reviews and things of that nature. So definitely check all these people out on the socials, because we all support each other and therefore you will not be disappointed. The rules still apply, guys, when it comes to cons. Again, respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplay is not consent. Please wash your ass. It is a dirty world, but doesn't mean you got to be dirty too. You can be clean and be healthy, because people like Joe, who's a healthcare professional, does not want to see you on Labor Day weekend. So again, be kind to yourself. Soap and water and deodorant go a long way. And the number 3 rule I have for myself, as everybody else, guys, be nice, be kind, talk, share, and discuss your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool. But with that being said, guys, we will hopefully be back here next Friday, same Get Bit time, same Get Bit channel, with news of the week. And it is Labor Day weekend, guys. For all those that are celebrating, please, again, it's the weekend. I get it. Make smart decisions. Nobody wants to be in jail over the weekend. Nobody wants to be in an ER over the weekend. Please make smart decisions. At the same time, and if you are working, may your shift go quickly, and may you get paid time and a half, because again, we all should be off. But for all those that that have to be working, we thank you for your service. So, any last words, fellas, before we call it tonight?
Go play some video games. The console wars are over.
Pretty much. Joe? You're muted, Joe.
Always remember, just because Thunderbolts is out, meaning we do not support John Walker and any of his antics.
I watched it again last night. I am upset for Taskmaster all over again. But that's besides the point.
Just because he's a funny monster and a horrible person doesn't mean he's not a horrible person. We do not stand that man.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. That took me out. You heard him. With that being said, I've been Spartan. He's been Joe. This has been Tafari TV. We do thank you all for watching, for liking. And again, this will be replayed again tomorrow. But thank y'all guys for watching the Get Bit podcast. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we're going to make it through this. Stay hydrated. Drink water. Don't doom scroll. Enjoy life and go touch grass. And enjoy the weekend and some barbecue. We are out, guys. Have a good night. Peace.